This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. Today is Wednesday, February 12th. Yeah, what's the weather out there? Yeah, it's about 20 degrees out here again. Yeah, you might notice there's some snow. Yeah, that's nothing compared to what's going to happen later. Yeah, I think they're saying 4 to 6 inches today. Yeah, so we're expecting snow starting at around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. And then it'll continue on until it pours down 4 to 6 inches, I guess. Thursday, I don't think there's supposed to be snow. Friday might be an inch or two, and then Saturday is supposed to be another 3 or 4 inches, something like that. I don't know. They keep changing, so who knows what it is. Hey, anyways, today I am headed to my second CT scan right now. Yep, early morning CT scan. They want me to be there by 10 after 8 for a 8:40 a.m. scan. So they're going to do, I believe, a before and after type of scan. So they're going to do it twice. And my belief is that they're going to give me an IV with iodine so they can trace how that moves through my system. And so anyway, my understanding is I might be there for a little bit of time. Not that long, according to my other friend, who's also an X-ray and CT scan person, formerly. This is Fishing Jim. Remember Fishing Jim? Well, if you watched the Russ is Right channel, you might remember me talking about Fishing Jim. I have a bunch of friends named Jim. So I distinguish them based on what they do with me. Fishing Jim is one of my fishing buddies. So he said, yeah, it might take 15, 20 minutes before they take a second scan of you. So yeah, 2 scans will probably happen today. They told me to do 2 cups of water at least an hour before coming in to take the scan. And then when I get there, they're going to give me another cup of water to drink. I guess they want you totally hydrated. And then they're going to do it. Yeah, I mean, the scan's pretty easy. You just lay there. You just lay there, and then the machine goes and does its thing. The machine moves, actually. The upper part of it moves, scans through your body. They usually tell you to, well, at least this last time, they tell you to pull your pants down to below the abdomen. And, the technician just holds a towel in front of you, and then she lays the towel over you so she doesn't get to see anything. And so, and then when you're done, she takes the towel off, and you just pull your pants back up. So, not hard, pretty easy to do. You don't even have to take your shoes off or anything. So that's where I'm headed. Today, as I'm driving, is the day that I came out with the forensic cat stories. So one of our viewers again asked, do you have any airport stories? Airport stories. I had to think a little bit about this one. I will say that the airport stories that I have don't specifically fall in line with an assignment from law enforcement. However, it does have some law enforcement related sections to it. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit. Man, itchy. I don't know what it is. Let's talk a little bit about the airport stories. So I remember once having to go to the airport to, I don't know what I was doing. I think either I was picking up Mrs. Wright or somebody. I don't know what the deal was, but I had to go to the airport. Yeah, I don't know what that is, making me itch there. I had to go to the airport, and this is at the San Diego area. I don't even remember what they call that airport. San Diego Airport. I don't know what it's called. And yeah, at the time, I was always carrying a Kubotan. You know what a Kubotan is? I'll show you a picture of it here. Yeah, it's called a Kubotan because this guy named last name's Kubota. He's a Japanese guy, of course, karate guy. Developed this weapon for self-defense. Essentially, it's just a little stick, if you think about it. And it's a key ring type of thing, so you can keep your keys on it. I used to carry this with me all the time. I mean, for, I don't know, a good 20-something years, 25 years, or something like that. I had different ones. I had plastic ones, and then, of course, I had a metal one, which is the one I'm going to show you in the photo. Martial arts stores sell these things, too. So, but a Kubotan, although legal to carry as a defense weapon, is not always legal everywhere you go. I don't think it's legal in Illinois, but it was legal for me to carry it in California. Plus, I was working in law enforcement at the time. I was actually, at that time, still working with the San Diego Police Department Evidence Division. They call it Technical Services Division, just so that you know. And so I had the Kubotan with me because my keys are always in it. I always hang it in the inside part of my pants. Yeah, so on my right side, it's always there so I can easily grab it to use it if necessary. You basically use it to swing the keys against people, or, you know, because it sticks out a little bit, if you're holding it, you know, you can use it to poke people, and, you know. So anyway, many of the law enforcement guys carried it. I know at least one of the other evidence techs carried one. And so I started carrying one as well. That's how I kept my keys, yeah. Now I use a little carabiner. I clip it to my belt loop, which is not as effective, but it also doesn't jab you into your stomach or side of your body. So anyways, I was at the airport going to pick them up, pick up Mrs. Wright, and totally forgot I had that with me. Well, you can't bring that through airport. And at that time, you know, I'm walking through, heading towards the gate area, and then it dawned on me, I still have the keys. I mean, usually what I usually do is I'll take the keys off of the thing so I can keep the keys in my pocket when I go through the airport, but I forgot. I had the keys on there, and I had the Kubotan as well. So you got to go through metal detector, of course, right? Well, that set that off. And so TSA, you know, stopped me and says, "Hey, this guy's got a weapon," right? So me, being quick thinking, I pulled out my police department ID, showed him my ID, and the guy says, "Okay, you can go through." Now, I'm not a police officer, okay? He doesn't know that. He didn't know that. I was just an evidence tech intern, in fact, at the time. And gotta move over here. Got law enforcement blocking a lane here. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, you'll see it in a moment. Just look at the window outside and the side there. You got all this stuff going on. Is that an accident? I have no idea. It's 2 cars and a police car. So so I got through, no problem. That's one airport story. Okay. I had another airport story. Now, see, again, law enforcement messed me up, took my train of thought away. I can't remember which other story I was going to tell you now. I had one more. Yeah, it'll come to me eventually. Yeah, I have a very short attention span. Short memory. All right, let's make sure we're clear here before I move. And we are clear, so we can go. Yeah, you can't be bringing those type of things in there. Airports. What other airport story did I have? I had one more. It'll come to me. I'll pick it up a little later after I get back from the doctor's office. Maybe I'll remember at that point. Tell you how the CT scan went. So yeah, anyway, let me know if you guys have more requests of categories of things you would like me to tell you a little story about. Um, yeah, it was another good one too. I can't remember. Anyway, all right. Either way, let me sign off here. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm not going to drag you out here. If I remember it, I'll turn it back on. If I don't, I'll turn it on after the CT scan, tell you how that went, and then if I remember, I'll tell you the rest of the airport story. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, I'm still here. I told you, it usually only takes me a second or two, then I remember it. Yeah, it was. I was out in San Francisco. All right, coming back from visiting my sister who lives out in the San Francisco area, as you know. And I had my mobility scooter, of course, because I take that every time I go on any type of trip, because I can't walk well, as you know. And so I saw a couple of police officers. Yeah, they were there with their police dogs and everything, and even more presence from other police officers there. So I got in a conversation with a couple of the officers there. I introduced myself as, former law enforcement, as an evidence technician out in San Diego. So I asked them, I said, how's things going here, San Francisco? And, the thing is police officers will talk to you if they find out that you're a former officer or a former law enforcement person. So I says, how's things going? I hear that crime is not doing too good here in San Francisco. And they were saying, oh, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. They said, our hands are tied. A lot of the stuff that they would like to do, they can't do because of the laws in that area. They can't even do anything about people shoplifting for under $900 or something like that. I think they may have amended that law now. I'm not sure, but he was saying our hands are tied. We can't do a thing, and you could see the frustration from these two officers telling me, how they want to do something and they can't do anything about it. I mean, to me, when I heard that, my heart just sunk. It's like they're letting people get away with stuff because it's not from us. If we had our way, we would be arresting these people. But that's how their laws were. Yeah, they were at the airport at the time. So it's not technically an airport story, but I was at the airport at the time. Okay, I think there was one more airport story I wanted to talk about too. But, that one, of course, I can't remember. All right, I'm near the doctor's office. I'll pick it up again later. Talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I got there a little bit early for the CT scan and didn't wait that long, and they took me in. Yeah, got me early in there, and the technician was saying that she didn't have that busy of a schedule today, so she was able to get me in early. Good. Same person who did the CT scan for me the first time, a couple weeks ago, right? And so we were talking a little bit, and anyway, she gave me the injection, the IV, essentially, through my right arm. And she told me that you'll feel it once we inject it in. You'll have a warming sensation. Yeah, you do. The warming sensation, although she didn't tell me where you would feel the warming sensation, was down towards the genital area. Yeah, that stuff goes through you, right? She told me to drink a lot of fluids to flush it out, throughout the day, because it's an iodine thing, right? So, so they did the scan initially first. This is before contrast and then after contrast. So essentially, they take one scan of you before the injection happens, and then they take another scan of you after the injection happens. And I was talking to her about, I says, they were telling me, because I have friends who do what she does. They says, yeah, you don't want to overdo a lot of CT scans because it's like intense X-ray. She goes, yeah, that's true. She says, but the thing is if you don't do it, there's no way for you to know, if you have the kidney stone in there or not. So you have to go through it. I'll tell you what, after, she gave me the IV thing, but of course nothing is being pumped into you immediately. So she does her initial scan, and then she came in, she talked to me a little bit. She says, okay, I'm going to do the injection. So when she did the injection, that's when I felt immediately the warming sensation down there. And I felt a little nauseous. I told her that too. She goes, yeah, just don't throw up all over my machine. Yeah, I mean, it went away, but the initial hit of it, yeah, made me feel a little nauseous. So now I'm driving back now at this point. So, and as I was laying there waiting for the scan to happen, I was trying to think of the other airport story, and I couldn't come up with it. It just kind of like disappeared. This is the thing, when I have things on my mind, I can't remember the other stuff. If I ever think of it again, I'll let you guys know, but yeah. Anyway, so at least the CT scan is done, and I'll give you guys the results once I hear back from the doctor. She'll get the results probably today, so I don't know how quickly she'll review it and let me know. Maybe a day or two, I'm thinking. They still have to do that urine test thing. They told me to give it to her about a month after I saw her. So I'll have to get a 24-hour amount of urine to give to them, and then they'll analyze that as well. So yeah, they're going through quite a bit of stuff. I mentioned to the technician today that I had this happen to me like 30 plus years ago. And she says, yeah, at that time, it was just an x-ray that they did, but basically they do the same thing. They give you the injection, and then they look at the before and after of it to see how it traveled through you. I'm really surprised how quickly it travels down to you, though. I mean, they put it through your arm, and I would say within 10 seconds, or maybe even shorter than that, I was already feeling it down there. Yeah. So yeah, things go through you quickly. It's just like, I think, like when you go in for an operation and the anesthesiologist, tells you to count from 100 backwards, you get to 199 and you're out. I mean, you really don't even remember anything until you're waking up. Yeah, going through the knee replacement, and I've had other procedures done with the doctor. I've been in that operating room 5 times with the doctor. I had 2 torn meniscuses, so that's 2 times there. And then I had the knee replacement done. That's the 3rd time. And then I had 2 manipulations under anesthesia where they go back in there and the doctor just starts cranking on your knee to get it to bend, right? So I've been in the situation with him 5 times. So I've gone through quite a bit. And each time, when they give you that anesthesia, you're out. And if you've ever gone through a colonoscopy, and I've gone through that several times already too, yeah, you're knocked out. You don't know anything until you're waking up. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the story so far. All right. I'll let you guys know as soon as I find out any more information how the CT scan comes out and what the kidney stone situation is. Because again, they don't think that clumping of stuff there was actually a kidney stone, but we'll see. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I'll talk to you guys next time.